Hello, wrestling fans. As you know, this is Ryan Ryder, and alongside me is Steve Rockamaniac. Today we're going to be talking with the former world champion from the Raw brand, a man who proclaims his life to be nothing but a straight-edged lifestyle, none other than CM Punk. How's it going?
Oh, it's going, guys. How you doing?
Going great on our side. Thanks a lot. To start off the interview, I have to say it's been quite an incredible year for you as a performer. First, winning the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, then going on to Monday Night Raw, where you cashed it in and became the world champion by defeating Edge of all people. How is it like to finally be recognized as the top guy in the industry?
I mean, it's awesome. You know, it's something I've worked my entire career for. Yeah, I'd definitely say this has been the most successful year of my career.
What would you say to the cynics, maybe people who have said that maybe you weren't ready yet to be the champion?
I just said look at the ratings that were spiked when I won the title. You know, ratings don't lie.
Mm-hmm. Something I've been wondering about now for a while. How exactly did you come up with the name CM Punk?
It was pretty much just a nickname that was given to me when I was a little kid. I was like a smart ass, wisecracking punk. So that's kind of how I got named.
All right, and the CM, honestly, what does it stand for?
CM stands for Chicago Made.
All right. And you've always described yourself as being 100% straight-edged. And is it difficult to maintain that lifestyle, being on the road for so many days out of the year, or is it something that you're just used to doing?
No, I mean, it's definitely something I'm used to doing. You know, I'm straight-edge for me and me alone. It's not something I do to fit in. And more oftentimes than not, it's kind of what excludes me from fitting in. But no, it's really easy for me. It's not everything else isn't all that appealing to me.
Steve?
Oh, as Ryan alluded to, you have had a long career thus far, but let's go back to the beginning of the WWE career here. When you finally got that call, like when it said, "Hey, we want to offer you a contract," what went through your mind is, you know, you had worked for it all your life, certainly, but when you got that contract offer and had to say goodbye to all your good friends, and what happened around you as what was your reaction within the friendship and colleagues that you had in the wrestling world at that time?
I think I could probably sum this up. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Ring of Honor.
Yep.
There's a lot of fans out there listening right now that are familiar with my last Ring of Honor show, where, you know, I pretty much I came out. You know, I came out of the ring, or out of the back, and came around the ring, and I was crying my eyes out like a baby, you know, because I was going into something completely new and something completely unknown, and, you know, I was saying goodbye to all my friends, you know, a lot of the fans on that bubble. So I mean, it wasn't easy, but it was just the next natural progression of my career.
Something else that was pretty crazy was after the fact that it was announced that you were going back to the WWE, that you actually won the Ring of Honor Championship.
Yeah, I thought I thought we had a chance to do something really special and really different. You know, in this day and age, everybody knows everything because it's on the internet. You know, 2 days, 2 minutes after it happens, and I thought we had a nice, vital piece of information that nobody else did, and we had fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Is there anybody in the WWE that you haven't wrestled yet that you would like to face off with?
Oh yeah, there's a handful of guys. The top three being Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H.
Yeah, those would be good matches for sure. Over your years in wrestling, what would you say is the best piece of advice that somebody's given you?
Man.
Off the top of your head, I guess.
Open.
What was that?
Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
That's a good one. The WWE is coming back to Canada on December the 22nd here at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto for a big super show featuring the stars of both Raw and SmackDown. Are you excited to be coming back up to the Great White North?
Yeah, of course. You know, Canadians are always just, you know, historically, they're awesome wrestling fans. You know, they've grown up on, like, you know, the Hart family and Stampede Wrestling. So anytime we come through, no matter where it is in Canada, it's always awesome.
And you know, in the past, you especially within the ECW brand, and even a little bit in OVW, get your thoughts on working with the mind that was Paul Heyman.
I have nothing but great things to say about Paul Heyman. I talk to him just about every other day still, and he's somebody that I feel fortunate that I got to work with. You know, everyone calls him a genius and stuff like that. And I'm not downplaying that. I just think he's a guy who, regardless of how old he is or what year it is in wrestling, he's always just been in tune with the fans and what they want. And that speaks volumes about, the mind he has for the business.
Would you say that he or perhaps someone else within the company has almost become a mentor to you in this phase of your career?
He was definitely. I was glued to Paul Heyman when I was in OVW. I don't think a lot of people know the extent, but I was essentially his right hand man, and that probably got me into trouble with some other people because being Paul Heyman's friend carries its own consequences. But I just learned so much because he was willing to teach me anything and everything. Definitely him.
And since your rise to fame, we've often heard that, from your current and former colleagues say that you haven't let your newfound glory get to your head, so to speak. So is it hard for you to then believe that there's kids looking up to you and that you're now a role model or a hero to people?
I started to take that pretty seriously, because I've had a lot of situations where parents will tell me that, hey, we never let our kid watch wrestling, and he told us about you, so now we all watch wrestling, and kids show up to autograph signings with their hands X'd out or drug-free, written on their knuckles and marker, and being on television is an extremely powerful thing that I definitely don't take for granted, And if I could influence a kid, not so much to be straight edge because that's a personal decision, but even if I just let some kid know out there that you don't have to be like everybody else, you don't have to drink to fit in. If you're really just not comfortable with it, you don't have to do it. I think that's awesome.
It's great. It's great to see a good role model like yourself for the children out there watching television.